The Battle of Ontario isn't quite what it was back in the days when the Leafs used to torment the Senators every year in the playoffs. Last year, the Sens did squeak into the postseason, while the Leafs, once again, miss it altogether. Mike Trakos, writer with the National Post. The Sens, as we said, did squeak into the playoffs last year. What do you see for the Ottawa club this year?
Yeah, I think they're still a playoff team. The question marks obviously are on defense. They lose Anton Volchenkov and Andy Sutton, and now Philip Kubo's down with an injury. Granted, you get Sergei Gonchar back there, so he should help what was a pretty dismal power play at times, but I think a lot of it's going to be on how good the goaltending is, and there you've got some question marks as well with Leclerc, but yeah, I still think they're a playoff team just because the East is so bad.
Well, that bad East, Chris. The talk is that maybe the Leafs can contend for a playoff spot. You see a lot of the Leafs as a writer for the Canadian Press. Do you think Toronto, with its revamped lineup, can push for that 8th seed?
I mean, I think they can push for it. I don't see them actually getting it, to be honest. I mean, but, you know, a year ago, you wouldn't have thought the Colorado Avalanche, for example, would be a team that got in the West. And I think if the Leafs can get off to a good start, which is something they were unable to do a year ago, maybe they can get that momentum. And as Mike alluded to, the Eastern Conference isn't the strongest conference in hockey by any stretch. But, you know, a key guy for the Leafs this year, I think, will be Phil Kessel again, which is a bit like beating a dead horse. But you've got him with a full season of hockey where he says he's healthy now, heading into training camp. His shoulder issues are behind him. And he worked out a lot this summer, and you know, maybe if he can be a true 40-goal scorer or something, I think goals are going to be the issue here.
Well, we'll finally find out if the Leafs can, in fact, claw into the postseason for the first time in the post-lockout era, while the Sens are still desperately trying to get to the top of that championship hill. To find out how it all plays out, tune in to THN.com.